So, for a long period of time, they were looking at BMI as one of the ways to assess health risk. And I think there's still an argument to be made to use BMI. For most people, especially if you're not currently exercising or not currently training for muscle mass or bodybuilding like that, then it's probably a very accurate number. But I think that's only like, if we're looking at your health risk, that's only like having just a jab. You want the jab and the cross. You want the 1-2 punch when you're trying to figure out your risk assessment with your body composition. So what you actually have to do is take your BMI, but also combine that with your waist circumference. That's the circumference, so the perimeter around a circle around your waist, right? And you want to actually pick a bony landmark. Most people use the belly button, but that can change based on your body composition, right? So let's look at something that's not going to move, which is your hips, right? You put your hands on your hips, right at the top of your iliac crest, the hip bones over here, go down to the middle, and take that line right around and take that measurement. That is what is considered your waist. We want to look at that number to be less than half of your height. So whatever your height is, whether it's in centimeters or inches, you want your waist to be less than half of that to have the best health outcomes. Now, let's say if that number is above half, and your BMI is considered, overweight or obese in one of the classes, then I think we need to take it seriously. We can't just discredit it because it's been malaligned for so long. And I will talk about BMI again in the future. But when we're looking at your risk, we have to look at both those. We have to look at the context that it comes in, right? And in this context, if your waist circumference is high, and your BMI is high, that means that there's going to be a lot of body fat in or around your vital organs, which is considered visceral fat. And this is fat that could cause damage in terms of your health and your healthy function. So it's important that we look at these two risk factors together to see what your risk might be. And if your risk is high because they're both high, right? They're both above where they should be, then it is something we should be considering seriously to make a change to help you with your health outcomes. Let's not look at the outliers here. Let's not look at the exceptions to the rules. On average, when we look at these numbers, if you're elevated, you're at higher risk. So why don't we reduce that risk? Let's take life by the hands and reduce those numbers, because that's going to give you at least some control over what might happen to you with chronic illnesses.